decisive step towards the truth. And then I'm going to the practice aspect of it. It's not just practice, it's a continuation of the investigation. Once we have discovered that we have zero evidence that consciousness is limited, human, that it is not universal, then we can start conducting experiments, the experiential path, if you will. But it's not a practice. You see, you cannot say that a scientist conducting experiments to discover gravitational waves, for instance. We cannot say that he's doing a practice or she is doing a practice. It's different. Because in a practice, there is no real openness. There is not knowing. I'm just saying Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola in the hope that at some point something will happen. The scientist wants to verify or falsify something, and he's setting up an experiment, measuring apparatus, to verify or falsify the theory. Here, what is the theory? The previous theory is the limited separated consciousness theory. The new possibility is consciousness being of a different nature, being the reality of the universe. And how do I try to falsify or verify this? Simply by conducting experiments. What kind of experiment? Think about it. Up until that moment, we have lived our lives according to the previous hypothesis, the human-based consciousness theory. In order to conduct experiments, the suggestion is, well, why not try to change the way we decide, the way we think, the way we perceive, you see, to make them, to line them up, if you will, with the second hypothesis, with the universal, and then see what happens. That will be the outcome of the experiment. See what happens in terms of misery versus happiness, in effort versus ease of being, in artificial, contrived versus natural, spontaneous. That will be the outcome. If the outcome is positive, we feel inclined to conduct more and more experiments in this direction. Up until, at some point, we either forget that we are conducting experiments. Our life becomes a constant experimenting, meaning a constant living in accordance with the non-dual hypothesis. At that point, nothing matters. We know we are at the right place.